Yeah, so I'm not really sure what to call this video. Old guy sleeping on the floor, why I'm sleeping on the floor, how I got to this point sleeping on the floor, over a month sleeping on the floor. Uh, but I did a couple videos when I started this process. Yeah, it's been a month, maybe 5 weeks ago, kind of my evolution. And I really didn't know what I didn't know. So I killed all those videos. I think I did 3 videos, kind of the evolution of me getting to the floor. But deleted those. Thought I'd make one now that I know what's going on with the sleeping process. So what I'm doing is I've got a Japanese rush grass tatami mat and I've got a Japanese futon that I've been sleeping on for over a month and a half. And I'm 63 years old. My physique is 6'3", 215 pounds. History of neck and back problems. Got a replaced right hip. I've recently had ankle surgery. I've got degenerative disc disorder in my neck and my lower back. So yeah, I'll talk about how I got here, and well, I'll show you what I'm doing right now. What I'm. So the reason I'm sharing this is because it's pretty significant change, improvement, help for me. So I thought it was worth sharing. So this is my rush grass tatami mat, and my Japanese futon that I sleep on. That's it. That and my pillows. That's my sleeping platform. And I just throwed, because it's winter, I've been just throwing a quilt over top of me. And really haven't noticed any dampness or any chill from the floor. But so I started this maybe a month and a half ago. I bought this futon. I've got a mattress cover on it, but it's just this. This is the futon itself, made in Japan. It's forget the name. So how did I get here? Sleeping on the floor. I had ankle surgery and I was in a cast, basically non-weight bearing, for 6 weeks in August. Had the surgery in August. Surgically repaired a ruptured ligament in my ankle, and I was spending a lot of time on the floor, 3-4 hours a day on the floor, just on a beach towel in the living room, with my leg propped up, reading a bunch of books, just passing the time, waiting for this ankle to heal. And my back felt amazingly good during that time. So I thought, I've heard of people sleeping on the floor. My yoga teacher, who's a lot different physique than me, he's about 50 pounds lighter and about a foot shorter. But, he swore by sleeping on the floor. So I thought, this laying on the floor with this ankle has really made my back feel good, my lower back. So I bought this futon and I spent a week sleeping on just the futon on the carpet on the floor here. And it was a little hard. I could feel pressure points in my hips. I'd wake up with, my hip aching after about 3 hours of sleep, and my shoulder. So the main pressure points on your body. So I did a little more research and came across the rush grass tatami mat. So I bought one of these on eBay. This futon from Japan, Amazon, was almost $300 delivered. This rush grass tatami mat, new ones run about the same thing, $300. So I wasn't sure whether this was gonna. It was just kind of a experimental phase at this point. So I found one on eBay for delivered $75 used, and it's a quad fold, and it's been working. It got rid of that pressure point. This mat is only half inch, 3/4 inches thick, but it does provide. I don't know you got rush grass on top. I don't know what's in the middle, but apparently gives enough cushioning that I'm not waking up with the sore hip and the sore shoulder. Uh, so my wife is sleeping in the bed, king size bed. Uh, it's always kind of a weird thing if you're not sleeping with your spouse in the same bed. I know a lot of people my age, 63 years old, for various reasons. When you get older, you wake up easier, and if your spouse is snoring or sleeping or making whatever kind of noises like I do, it can be troublesome. But we've had no problem sleeping together. We're both pretty sound sleepers, but sleeping down here on the floor, I'm right. We're my wife is kind of at night. We lay down I'm on the mat for about 10 hours. So I get on the mat about 10 o'clock. My wife is in bed. We're reading, watching TV, chatting it up, whatever. But then, lights out, we're still communicating, talking, and doing, whatever we do as if we were sleeping in the same bed. So I'm getting a sounder sleep. I'm not waking up hot. A lot of times in the past in my bed, I would go to sleep, wake up in a couple hours hot, stick a leg out, pull the covers off. Since I've been sleeping on this, I've never woken up with feeling hot or sweating or anything like that. My body temperature, I don't know what it is, but it just seems like my body temperature regulates better. And as far as my back goes, the same results that I had sleeping on the floor or laying on the floor from the ankle surgery, I seem to get the same benefit by spending all night on the floor. My back feels good in the morning, and I sleep. Like I said, I'm on this thing 10 hours a night, and it's good. I'm getting good sleeps. And the other big benefit, I've mentioned this in the videos that I deleted, but we traveled over Christmas last week. We were at my dad's house in Florida for 6 nights, and I took this with me. In the past, my wife and I really had problems sleeping in beds, strange beds that, our bed is, we really like our bed. We spent a lot of money on this king size bed, but the small bed at my dad's house, so it was always a problem in the past. This time, my wife was in the bed. I was on the floor. I took this setup with me in the car. Easy to travel with. It's a quad fold. It folds up into, whatever this is, 3 feet by 2 feet or 4 feet by 2 feet, whatever it folds up to. Easy to transport in the car. So I had that on our trip. I slept on the floor. My wife slept in the bed, and what a difference. We both had a really good night's sleep, and again, at my age, it makes a big difference in your mental, well-being. Sleep is just so important, especially as it's harder to get a good night's sleep as I got older. And this is why I'm sharing this video, because guys my age, 63, with I think like everybody my age has back problems. This has been a big plus for me, and I wasn't sure what I kind of did it to get ready for this trip over Christmas, because I knew I was gonna be having this issue with the bed, and it worked out. I did it 2 weeks before the trip, worked good, so I took it with me, worked good for the trip. Now I'm home. Now I'm continuing to sleep on it, so that's kind of a testament to it is working for me. So yeah, I just wanted to share the where I'm at with this, and how it's helped my sleep and my wife. It's been a win-win for both of us. It's not like some couples where they whatever, one person is making a lot of noise sleeping, so they end up spouses end up sleeping in separate bedrooms. I'm not a big proponent of that, because a lot of I like to be around my wife, and we're it's like the Waltons at night. I'm laying here on the floor. It's like, good night, we're saying goodnight. I can't see her, so it's like good night, John Boy. Good night, Mary Ellen. It's uh, we can speak, we can talk to each other, and I think the snoring and the noises I make, the various noises I make when I sleep, are probably not as disruptive to her. But like I said, we didn't have any problem sleeping in the same bed prior to this. But it's only a positive. It's certainly not a negative. So yeah, and then in the morning, what I do is I just pick everything up, and according to the way the Japanese do it, this futon is supposed to be kind of aired out in the sun, so I put it over by a window, over a rack, and then the mat I just fold up and put over by the window too. So this is they call it rush grass mat, and it's people talk about the aroma in videos. I don't smell anything on this. When it came out of the box, it did kind of smell like fresh straw, but the box did. But since I've been using it, I don't notice any aroma whatsoever. So yeah, I thought I'd share that. Share my experience because it's been such a positive for me, and I'm going to continue to do it. One of the things that impressed me when I started researching this is a lot of people talked about the comments about, hey, my dad's 80 years old, he's been sleeping on the floor on a tatami mat for the past 30 years, and he's stronger and more flexible than I am. Those things kind of caught my attention, because from my age till geriatric age, where walking becomes a problem, 80 20 years from now, 83 years old, I want to do everything I can to help my back and my spine and my neck, and I think there's data out there that says putting a little pressure on your hips and your spine, getting in a line, is a positive thing. I'm feeling it, and plus my gut seems better in the morning. I don't know whether my bowels are not squashed up like you would in a soft bed, but everything seems to be working better. My gut feels better, my back, my spine. I've had a sore shoulder, and it's hasn't irritated my sore shoulder. And I do yoga for stretching, and I haven't been in the pool in a while, but I also swim. For exercise, I do yoga and swimming. So yeah, and for my aging process, I'm gonna try this sleeping on the floor. If things change, I'll put another video out there, but it's going good for me. And I thought I'd share it. If there's any other, senior folks out there, kind of my age, struggling with, different beds, not sleeping well, hot, waking up hot. Another thing my wife and I did, we quit drinking, so we don't drink any alcohol, and that has also helped our sleep. So, my sleep quality on a scale of 1 to 10 right now, I'd call it a 9. And the fact that we're going on another trip in 2 weeks to visit my elderly mother, and we stay at my sister's house, and it's a whole nother bed set up there. So I'm taking this whole setup with me. I'm gonna be sleeping on this at her house on the floor, in the same bedroom my wife will be in the bed. But yeah, so I wanted to share this, and hopefully people, older guys like me with some neck back problems, my advice is give it a try. It's I've got $375 invested in this experiment, and it's it's successful. So I'm going to continue with it, and if anything changes, I'll update it. But if not, this is my experience. Old guy sleeping on the floor. Not sure what I'll title this video, but yeah, it's a win-win for me. So tatami mat, Japanese futon, and no sheets, just a quilt. In the summertime, I guess I'll just put a light blanket on when the summer comes. So it's all good. So until next DIY video, peace out.